In a world of shifting financial landscapes, today's top story focuses on the technology sector's tumultuous rotation. We also delve into the implications of weak jobs data for Fed policy and a dramatic surge in defense technology investments. Here are today's top 10 stories you need to know. In a significant legal development, two federal judges have blocked the Trump administration's new rule that would have narrowed eligibility for a popular student loan forgiveness program. This ruling ensures that access to loan forgiveness remains intact for a broader group of borrowers, allowing many to breathe a sigh of relief amid ongoing economic challenges. The previous administration's policy aimed to tighten the criteria, which could have left many eligible borrowers without relief. Those advocating for student loan forgiveness argue that such programs are essential for alleviating the financial burdens faced by graduates in today's economy. This ruling could pave the way for further discussions on student debt relief as the nation grapples with rising educational costs. The implications of this decision are profound, as it highlights the ongoing debate surrounding student debt in America. Moving forward, policymakers will need to consider how best to address the growing concerns of student debt, especially as economic conditions continue to evolve. This legal victory for student borrowers may prompt further legislative efforts to expand debt relief options in the future. The Japanese yen has fallen to a staggering 40-year low against the US dollar, prompting concern among investors about potential government intervention. This depreciation raises questions about the stability of the yen and its impact on international markets. Traders are closely monitoring the situation, as the yen's weakness could trigger significant volatility across various asset classes, particularly U.S. equities. Analysts warn that a carry trade blowup could occur if the dollar continues its upward trajectory against the yen. Japanese Finance Minister Satsuki Katayama has reiterated warnings about the risks associated with this decline, signaling that intervention may be on the horizon. The implications of a potential intervention could ripple through global markets, affecting both currency values and investor sentiment. As the situation unfolds, market participants will be eager to see how the Japanese government responds to stabilize the yen and restore confidence in its currency. Investors are advised to stay alert, as this economic dynamic could lead to a broader reassessment of currency strategies moving forward. In the automotive industry, hybrid vehicles are experiencing a resurgence as consumer demand for electric vehicles, or EVs, begins to fade. This shift signifies a notable change in consumer preferences, as hybrids are proving to be not just a transitional option, but a viable choice on their own. Automakers are responding by adjusting their production strategies, with stocks like Rivian seeing a notable increase following positive market reactions. The trend highlights a growing recognition of hybrids' practicality and affordability in a fluctuating market. Analysts note that consumers are increasingly prioritizing function and price over the allure of fully electric options. As the auto sector adapts to these changing dynamics, hybrid sales are expected to stabilize, while EV manufacturers may continue to face challenges. This evolution reflects broader market trends and consumer behavior in today's economy, emphasizing the need for auto manufacturers to innovate and respond to shifting demands. Future developments in hybrid technology could further enhance their appeal, potentially reshaping the landscape of the automotive market. Former President Trump has disclosed an impressive $2 billion in cryptocurrency holdings, which has sent shockwaves through the crypto market. This revelation comes amidst a backdrop of a significant bear market that has erased trillions in paper profits for investors. The timing of his disclosure raises questions about the influence of political figures on market sentiment, particularly in the volatile world of crypto. Many investors are now facing considerable losses as the market grapples with ongoing downturns. Trump's vocal criticism of the Federal Reserve, labeling it as hostile, adds a layer of complexity to the current economic environment. His comments on interest rates reflect the intertwining of politics and monetary policy, potentially affecting investor confidence. As the crypto landscape evolves, the impact of such disclosures on market trends remains uncertain. Analysts predict that the crypto market may continue to experience volatility, with investors closely monitoring any developments that could influence recovery efforts. The future of cryptocurrencies in this political climate is poised for further scrutiny. SpaceX has successfully completed a record-breaking IPO, raising an astounding $129.3 billion, which has sent shockwaves through the telecom sector. The implications of this financial windfall are far-reaching, particularly for traditional telecom companies like AT&T and Verizon. The rise of SpaceX's Starlink service poses a significant threat to conventional telecom infrastructure, leading to a decline in share prices for major players in the industry. Analysts are now reevaluating the competitive landscape as SpaceX's satellite internet capabilities challenge existing models. The technical impact of this IPO is already being felt, with AT&T experiencing its worst week in years. The market outlook for telecom stocks has become increasingly uncertain as investors grapple with the potential for structural shifts in the industry. As SpaceX continues to expand its reach, traditional telecom companies may need to adapt or risk being left behind. Moving forward, the ongoing developments in this sector will be critical to watch as they could reshape the landscape of telecommunications. In the realm of defense technology, startups are experiencing a remarkable surge in funding, exemplified by Quantum Systems, which recently raised a staggering $1.2 billion. This influx of capital highlights a growing interest in the defense sector, fueled by escalating geopolitical tensions worldwide. Investors are increasingly viewing defense technology as a stable investment amidst global uncertainties. This trend is indicative of a broader market momentum, with many defense firms poised for significant growth. The recent congressional purchases of SpaceX stock further emphasize the strategic importance of defense technology in national security discussions. Analysts predict that defense stocks are likely to outperform in the coming months as investors seek refuge in more stable sectors. The implications of increased investment in defense technology are profound, shaping the landscape of innovation and capability development for national security. As the situation evolves, stakeholders in the defense industry will need to navigate both opportunities and challenges in a rapidly changing environment. Recent weak jobs data has significantly impacted market expectations, dousing bets on an imminent rate hike from the Federal Reserve. Asian markets are feeling the effects as investors reassess the likelihood of tighter monetary policy following a lukewarm U.S. jobs report. The report revealed that job growth slowed more than anticipated in June, with the unemployment rate dropping to 4.2%. While this indicates stability in the labor market, it also reduces inflationary pressures that might have prompted the Fed to act. As a result, investors are now seeking clues about the future direction of interest rates and the implications for the upcoming earnings season. The technical context suggests a bullish outlook for bonds, as this data supports the idea that the Fed may take a more cautious approach. As the market digests this information, analysts will be closely monitoring any signals from the Fed that could influence trading strategies. The coming weeks are critical as investors navigate through earnings reports and central bank communications. The technology sector is undergoing a significant rotation, resulting in a pronounced slump in chip stocks that is impacting investor sentiment across global markets. Major technology companies are seeing declines, with stocks like Intel and Nokia experiencing substantial drops. This trend is raising concerns among investors, especially as the Nasdaq Composite tests critical support levels. The aggressive sell-off reflects anxiety over aggressive spending in artificial intelligence, which is pressuring tech valuations. However, some analysts believe that this presents an opportunity to seek out potential next winners in the AI space, with firms like Vertiv and NVIDIA being highlighted for their growth potential. The market outlook is characterized by a search for resilience amid uncertainty, as investors reassess their strategies in light of recent technological advancements. As the landscape evolves, companies that can innovate and adapt may emerge as leaders in this shifting environment. Stakeholders will need to keep a close eye on the ongoing developments within the tech sector as this rotation unfolds. The cryptocurrency market is experiencing heightened volatility, largely driven by the recent disclosures from former President Trump regarding his substantial holdings in crypto. His announcement of over $2 billion in assets has brought renewed scrutiny to the crypto landscape, where many investors are already grappling with significant losses due to the current bear market. This volatility is exacerbated by the ongoing debates about regulation and the future of digital currencies in the United States. Trump's disclosure has reignited discussions about the influence of political figures on financial markets, particularly in the context of the Federal Reserve's monetary policy. His comments on the Fed's approach to interest rates and inflation have added layers of complexity to the discussions surrounding asset classes like crypto. Investors are now left wondering how these political dynamics will shape the future of the cryptocurrency market. The potential for regulatory changes, coupled with Trump's influence, could either stabilize or further destabilize investor confidence. As the situation evolves, the crypto community will be closely monitoring developments. With the potential for upcoming legislative actions, investors should prepare for continued volatility as they navigate this unpredictable landscape. The coming weeks will be crucial for understanding the market's trajectory. The defense industry is witnessing an unprecedented surge in investment and interest, with startups like Quantum Systems securing record funding amounts, raising a staggering $1.2 billion. This trend is a direct response to increasing geopolitical tensions, particularly in Eastern Europe and the Asia-Pacific region, which are reshaping market dynamics on both sides of the Atlantic. The conflict in Ukraine and rising tensions between China and Taiwan have heightened concerns over national security, prompting governments to bolster their defense capabilities. Such significant financial backing underscores the strategic importance of defense technology in current global affairs, emphasizing the need for advanced systems and innovations. Investors are flocking to this sector, viewing it as a stable option amidst rising uncertainties in global markets. The market momentum in defense technology indicates a shift in focus towards not only national security, but also economic resilience. This surge is not just limited to funding, it reflects a broader acknowledgement of the defense sector's role in shaping economic stability and job creation. With congressional interest in defense stocks growing, the outlook suggests that defense-related firms are poised for robust growth in the near future. As the geopolitical landscape continues to evolve, the defense industry will likely remain a focal point for investment, presenting opportunities for innovation and collaboration in addressing emerging threats. Thank you for watching today's roundup of the top news stories. Which of these developments surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.